Before we start, let's start on this quote from Daniel McCable, who is an American wrestler and a coach. He says, "Gold medals aren't made of gold; they are made of sweat, determination, and a hard to find alloy called guts." So, let me just give you some quick motivation this morning before we enter the world of sports, of course. So, gold medals aren't made of gold. They are made of sweat, determination, and a hard to find alloy called guts. Now, this morning in the world of sports, we'll bring you results, of course, results, reviews, and then reactions from obviously football. But don't forget that over the weekend, we saw the mixed martial arts. Francis Ngannou was back in action after almost 2 years, and then brilliant work from the man in there. He put up a brilliant performance in round one. Yes, and I'll be bringing you details of that fight against Renan Ferreira in the MMA mixed martial arts. And then we'll also be talking about the Women's League because it began last weekend. Interesting result from the Women's League, and we'll also move to the Ghana Premier League, obviously. But then we'll also just get to Division 1 because match day 4, and then over the weekend, there's some fixtures this weekend as well. We'll also bring you some of the fixtures this Monday. But then, interesting results. Big surprise at the whole sports stadium. Home Stars were home and they lost to Rainmasters. The Rainmasters reigned at the whole sports stadium as they beat Home Stars by 3-0. Bring you results from the Division 1 as well. And then Ghana's under 20, the Black Satellite, waving the flag of Ghana very, very high in the Wafu Zone B AFCON tournament in Togo. They've been doing so well so far. Yeah, we'll get to listen to their coach who has been speaking because they beat their opponent Niger by 2-0. And then we'll move to the English scene, bring you results from the English Premier League and probably the table, and then just get you results as well from the La Liga. So let's just start off right from the Women's League because Northern Ladies were home and beat Savannah Ladies by 1-0. Kumasi Sports Academy also beat Supreme Ladies by 3-1. Tamale Super Ladies were at home and lost to Dreams Ladies by 3-0. Prison Ladies also were at home and lost to Ampem Dakwa Ladies by 2-0. And then today at 3 p.m. at the Ohene Ameyao Park, would see Fosu Royal Ladies taking on Sun Shining Ladies in the Southern Zone. So those results were for the Northern Zone. In the Southern Zone, Epiphany Warriors were home and beat Faith Ladies by 2-0. Army Ladies beat Soccer Intellectuals by 2-0. Lady Strikers starting their season on a poor note. Well, they lost to Police Ladies by 4-0. And we'll see Jonina Ladies taking on Halifax Ladies. And then today, Azakes Ladies play Coach Christian Chibweze. A big shout out to you. Put your boys together and make things work. We want to see you in the Premier League probably next season. Now, Hawaii United, brilliant performance from Farouk Cisse. Farouk Cisse scoring a hat-trick. Yes, this young chap should be on the lookout. I mean, a lot of clubs should be on the lookout for Farouk Cisse. He's doing so well for Hawaii United. He scored actually 3 goals yesterday at the Hawaii Sports Stadium as they beat True Democracy by 4-1. So Farouk Cisse, last season I talked about him. This season as well, he's doing a yeoman's job and he should be a player to watch. Probably, you never know, he might join the Black Stars. So let's see what happens. Now, Kings Palace were at home and lost to Okoye United by 1-0. Ridiculous goal. I watched that goal yesterday. Kings Palace conceding from a corner kick. The goalkeeper was in a rush to quickly get the ball, and then he fumbled and it went into the net. So Okoye United went away and beat Kings Palace by 1-0. And Koforida Semper Fi would play today at 3 p.m. against Port City. Atram Devisa would also be at the Tuba AstroTurf and host Nagor FC. Kotoko Royals play Great Olympics, Accra Great Olympics. So in Pram today, we'll see Kotoko Royals take on Oli Dade Oli Division 1. And then tomorrow, Golden Cakes would welcome Inter Allies as well at the Tuba AstroTurf. So 3 p.m. that game would be Golden Kings taking on Inter Allies in there. So Inter Allies, they've not started the season too well. We hope that they can. We won't see them back in the English Premier League soon. All right, now let's move to the Ghana Premier League. Accra Heart of Folk. Another draw, another disappointing one. So, as the Hearts fans are bleeding, the Kotoko fans are feeling. Yes, that is what's happening in the Ghana Premier League match day 7. Accra Lions played out a 0-0 draw with Young Apostles, and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko actually beat Samatex FC by a goal to nothing. Berekum Chelsea 3, Legon Cities 1, Bibiani Gold Stars 2, Adriana FC 0, Unswatchemine FC 2, Basake Holy Stars 0, Karela United 1, Hearts of Lions 0, Vision FC 1, Bechim United 1, Dreams FC 0, Accra Hearts of Folk 0, and then Midiama Sporting Club 1, Nations FC 0. Surprising results in there coming in from that game in there. Well, we hope to see good turnout, but then we'll get to listen to some of the coaches who have been speaking. First of all, Ouattara, coach of Accra Hearts of Folk. Yes, he was not a happy man after yesterday's draw. He believes that some of the chances that his team had could have actually been taken and they could have actually won that game. Let's get to listen to Coach Ouattara of Accra Hearts of Folk.
No, the first half we didn't come to play badly, but unfortunately we lose some passes and there's some 1, 2, 3 we didn't do well. But in the second half we are starting attacking, but unfortunately we didn't create more chances to score. But I think I can't say I'm happy or I'm not happy. It's 50-50. But we can take 1 point is better than 0.
How did you feel when?
Unfortunately, I just the things the goal of the cycles, but unfortunately didn't go inside. No problem.
Your next game you playing?
Well, Ouattara says he feels happy, not happy, 50-50. A point. So Accra Hearts of Folk fans, your coach is saying that a point is better than nothing, is better than 0. Now, Coach Karim Zito, who also was on that, who was also coach in that game, actually hosted Accra Hearts of Folk. Dreams FC's coach Karim Zito also spoke after the game.
Well, that is football for you. But when you look at the trend, when we started playing, we created more chances more than Hasefo. But it's like anytime the target, we miss the target. And I'm very happy that we've been creating chances of late. So I know one day it will enter.
Are you
I'm not. I know where I'm coming from. So why should I be disappointed? Only what is in my mind now is to try to work harder than before. And then when we start putting the ball into the net, I think it will take. It will continue.
Like you said, you created chances. That was in the first half, but second.
Well, Karim Zito says, one day. Yes, one day. So, Dreams fans, your coach says you should guys relax. One day. Bibiani Gold Stars, they have actually on top of the league. They also beat Adriana FC by 2 goals to nothing. But then Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they have 1 game in hand. Don't forget that they had to go to the United States of America to play DC United there. And coach of their side says there's pressure everywhere because the fans demand a lot from the players of Kotoko.
Everywhere we play, there's pressure because the expectations of the supporters are always high. So it's not only at Babayara. Here too there's pressure, but I think we have been able to manage it very well.
Yes. Coach, another congratulations. Coach.
Yeah, I think that in the second round, basically we still augment the team in departments that we think that we need to augment, we need to strengthen. So definitely we'll do that. If you look at our team squad, we have lesser number and we need to augment it. So I think on the goal scoring, today if you comparatively look at the shot on target, I think it was more than the previous
penalty that came. And I think after that, I think my boys did very well. Even though we lost, but They did a good job. Our game plan was to come and take a win here. That was our game plan. All those away matches that we played, this is not the style or the formation or the system that we played. This one was a different system because we thought we can get a win here.
Well, the assistant coach of Bando Heart of Lions, Daniel Ni AJ, speaking. Now, let's move from the Ghana Premier League. Well, before we move from the Ghana Premier League, let's just bring you the table. Let me be fair to you and get you the table of the Ghana Premier League because Bibiani Gold Stars are on top after playing 7 games. They have 15 points. And then Kumasi Asante Kotoko are behind them. They have 1 game to play. So Kumasi Asante Kotoko have 1 game to play against Legon Cities. And then Asante Kotoko are second with 14 points. So if they get 3 points, they should have 17 and go top of the Ghana Premier League table. Mediama are third with 14 points. Brekum Chelsea are fourth with 13 points. FC Samatex lie fifth with 10 points. Vision FC, New Boys, doing very well. They lie sixth with 10 points. Instructor Mind FC 7th with 10 points. Nations FC lie 8th with 10 points. And then Accra Heart of Oak, not Kbandu, Accra Heart of Oak lie 9th with 9 points. Bechim United 10th with 9 points. Kbandu Heart of Lions 11th with 8 points. Karela United 12th with 8 points. And then 13th position, Basake Holy Stars with 7 points. With 6 points, Idiana Stars lie 14th with 6 points. Again, Accra Lions lie 15th. And then the bottom 3 relegation teams at the moment: Young Apostles, New Boys, they lie 16th with 6 points. Dreams FC lie 17th with 4 points. And then we see Legon Cities FC, they lie 18th with just a point. Legon Cities are yet to win a game in this season. Okay, so let's now move on from the Ghana Premier League and then quickly bring you news from the under-20, the Black Satellites, because they are set to the top of Group A on 4 points following a 2-0 win over Niger in the Wafu Zone B AFCON qualifiers ongoing in Togo. Dreams FC's Aziz Musibao bagged the brace on the day and was adjudged the most valuable player after spearing Ghana to the 2-0 win. Now, here's Coach Desmond Ofe, who spoke after the game.
Niger did really well in their low block, in the back 4 plus 2 holding midfielders. So we didn't have enough space and it was quite difficult. By the second half, we changed a bit of shape and we found the spaces and I think it's well deserved. I think we did a couple of changes, but that's not the only solution. I think, like I said, every tournament is different. It took us a while to get our rhythm and I think now, hopefully, we can build on it towards the rest of the tournament. Yes, we're going to do the same today, but better. I think it's the quality of the team we have, to be honest, because I don't think any player that we brought lowered the level. In the other hindsight, it only gave more intensity and more quality. So we have a really good squad in general. So we are lucky to have a squad like this, yes, to make the changes and that will bring the difference.
Okay, now to the English Premier League. Yesterday, Curtis Jones started as Liverpool came through an incident-packed clash with Chelsea as 2-1 winners to finish the weekend top of the Premier League, a point ahead of Manchester City. Mohamed Salah struck from the penalty spot midway through the first half, although Nicholas Jackson's eventually goal that was deemed offside by VAR, no, in fact, by the linesman, was then cancelled off, and then the decision was overturned, and Jones flicked pass in the second half. So 2-1, that game ended, and here is Anna Slot reflecting on the side's win after the game.
I think many of our games were hard, but this one might have been the hardest, maybe because of the amount of quality players they have and also the structure they play in. So it was we had to fight really hard to bring this over the line, that's clear. I think what we did really well is we defended so strong and with the whole team, so there was incredible work rate. And the game became difficult for us because there were a few decisions, at least in my opinion, that didn't went for us. So I think the most crucial one was the one where we thought we got the penalty just before halftime, and then to go up for a 2-0 lead, it makes a massive difference instead of going 1-0 into halftime and then conceding a few minutes after halftime. But we stepped up again, scored the goal, and then in the end it was a lot of hard work. and a lot of dedication, and that's what we did really well.
Now, meanwhile, Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca was proud of his side's performance despite their 2-1 defeat to Liverpool.
As I said, we don't like drop points. We don't like lose games. But if you have to decide the way, probably this is the way. We play a very good game. Come here in this stadium and dominate the game for most part of the game. Control the game has been a good performance.
Now, two current champions, Manchester City. John Stones scored Manchester City's dramatic winner in stoppage time at the Molineux as they recorded a 2-1 victory over Wolves. Georgian Strand Larsen had opened the scoring for Gary O'Neill's side, and though Josko Vardiol leveled it up before the break, struggling Wolves defended doggedly and looked to have held out until Stones header in the from a corner in the 95th minute got the win for Manchester City in the end. And here is Pep Guardiola, who says his side put up an excellent performance to grab the victory over Wolves.
Yeah, of course, when we are not a team like win games at the end, we are not a team who scored a lot of goals in set pieces, but the commitment was there and the performance was outstanding because, of course, they have a lot of pace and quality up front, but it's what happened lately. So 11 players in the penalty spot and 80-yard box is so difficult, aggressive, they are strong. But we played really good. We had the chances that we had, and the impact for the players that came in were unbelievable. Start from Mateus and from Jack, Phil, and everyone. So and win that way, it sounds, feels good.
All right, it feels good for Pep Guardiola. William Saliba was shown a first-half red card as Bournemouth stormed to a 2-0 win over Arsenal at the Vitality Stadium to condemn the Gunners to their first defeat of the season. The home side made a breakthrough in the 70th minute when a clever corner routine allowed substitute Ryan Christie to slam home an emphatic finish. Now, the Gunners went from bad to worse as Justin Kluivert coolly converted from the penalty spot after David Raya had brought down Ivan Nelson. Speaking after the game, Mikel Arteta was left disappointed after Arsenal's unbeaten start to the season came to an end against Bournemouth.
It's very difficult to win the Premier League with 10 men. The game is even coming here against the team is very difficult. We knew that from the beginning, so the task to do it with 10 men for 67, 68 minutes is just an accident waiting to happen. We have to go through it 3 times in 8 games, and today cost us the game because.
All right, so it's cost us now in there now. Manchester United beats Brentford by 2-1. Goals coming in from Alejandro Garnacho and then Rasmus Højlund. Of course, Ethan Pinnock scored for Brentford in the first half. And so the comeback from Manchester United. West Ham United were hammered by Tottenham by 4-0. Everton recorded a 2-0 victory at Ipswich, and the Newcastle United suffered a home defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion. Aston Villa beat Fulham by 3-1. Fulham were at the Craven Cottage and lost to Aston Villa by 3-1. And Jordan Ayew scored a 98th minute winner as Leicester came from 2 goals down to beat Southampton. An assist from Abdul Fattah Ishaku in there. So the noise a lot of people have been making is that Jordan Ayew scored. We also saw Abdul Fattah Ishaku an assist, and then Mohamed Kudus scoring as well. Okay, so join us on the game at 1 p.m. We'll bring you the table for the Ghana Premier League. We'll bring you the table for the English Premier League and then La Liga, all the results from the La Liga as well. The Starr 103.5 FM. Don't forget that this Saturday, the Diplomatic Games is on, and you don't want to miss it. Join us on the game at 1 p.m. My name is Jones Ajit. This is Starr 103.5 FM.